are tuned in, that means you should have picked up your make and take bag at the library to make a felted acorn wall hanging. So what we're going to be creating today is like this one behind me. So we have felted balls, which should have come in your take and make bag. There should be 6. A stick to use as the base for our wall hanging, and 6 pieces of twine with acorn caps attached to the bottom. We did go ahead and hot glue those for you ahead of time, just because sometimes when you tie them onto the stem they break because they aren't real acorn caps. When we're working with natural materials, sometimes things break, and just because I didn't want you guys to have to go out and forage for more acorns, we glued those for you. The only other things you're going to need besides what was provided in your bag is some glue. It can be regular Elmer's glue. If you have tacky glue, that's great. And perhaps a scissor, depending on how long you want your acorns to hang from the wall hanging. All right, so gather up your materials and we'll get started. Okay, so if you took a peek at the direction sheet that came in your take and make bag, you can see that it's pretty simple how we're going to do this project. So all we're going to do is take each one of our pre-strung acorn caps and we are going to glue our felted ball on top to make it look like that is the bottom of the acorn. So all we need to do is take a little glue. Depending on the size of the acorn cap, it could sit nicely right inside, so you can put some glue in the middle. If it's a little bit of a smaller one, like this, you may need to put your glue more on the outside of the acorn cap. All right, so let's get gluing. Give it a nice gentle press. We don't want to squeeze too hard because we don't want to break our acorn cap, and then we can just lay it down to dry. Oh, this one's really tiny, so I'm going to put it some in the middle and some on the outside. Okay, almost done. Depending on what kind of glue you're using and how fast it dries, you may need to just wait a few minutes until your glue dries and everything sets before we move on to the next step. Okay, so everybody should be glued, and we'll have our little hanging acorns like this. They are super cute. Like I said, you might just want to give them a minute or two to dry if you want to press pause before we move on to the next step. Okay, so once all of your glue has dried and your acorns are sitting nicely on their cap, we are going to take our stick, and you should have one piece of twine in there that did not have an acorn attached to it. That is going to be the hanger for our wall hanging. So we'll just take that one piece of twine, tie one end on the stick, just make a nice basic knot, and then tie the other end, the other side. Again, nothing fancy, just a very basic knot, like you're tying your shoe. And then you should have something like this. Okay, so this is what we're going to hang our acorns off of. Okay, so the next step is to put the acorns on. So super simple, and this is really up to you and how you want to do it. So you'll see that the strings are pretty long, and some may even be longer than others. So it's up to you how high or low you want to hang your acorns. On the one back here, you can see I did them at kind of different lengths. They're still a little bit long. This one's pretty short. I like the way that it looks when they're different heights. If you would prefer to hang them all at one height, that's up to you. You could even, if you wanted to, hang them in a bunch. That's another way that we can do it. So I'm going to do these like I did this one, but like I said, it's up to you if you want to take it in a different direction and put your own creative spin on it. So I'm simply going to, just like we did with our others, take each acorn on the string and just tie it up to the stick. So this is where our scissor comes in. If you wanted to make these a little bit shorter, then you can just tie your knot and then just cut off the excess. So here's my first one. Cute. And then you're just going to keep going with that. Okay, so here we go. Here is my acorn wall hanging. So I did these in different lengths and I spaced them out. Like I said, if you prefer the look of them close together, you can even just slide them right on the stick like this. And then they're kind of, oop, this guy's falling down. Then they're kind of even more of like a bundle, like a little cluster. So it's a different kind of look. And then all you need is the safety pin. Hang it right up. Alright guys, I hope you had fun. I hope you find time to get outside in nature. There's lots of cool stuff you can make with acorns, pine cones, leaves, all the good stuff you can find out there. So definitely get yourselves outside and happy fall. Bye.